I'm Sarah Borkson-Keto here in New York City for Nareit's REITweek 2018 Investor Conference. I'm joined today by Dominique Moerenhout, CEO of EPRA. Welcome, Dominique.
Welcome. Thank you, Sarah.
And can you discuss the impact for global investors of recent EU legislation, including the PRIPS regulation?
There has been a lot of confusion around PRIPS, but let me make it perfectly clear that the PRIPS regulation only applies to managers of funds, and REITs and listed real estate companies are definitely not funds. A typical European REIT or listed real estate companies differs from a real estate funds by two elements. First of all, they are a perpetual business. Secondly, they have a much more flexible investment philosophy. Therefore, EPRA and its members are of the opinion that the European listed real estate sector is not under the scope of the PRIPS regulation, and this provision and this statement has also been shared by a lot of local real estate associations across Europe.
And how would you characterize the European listed real estate sector today, and which particular sectors are you interested in?
Okay, so the European listed real estate sector is very healthy, providing stable and strong dividend yield as well as long-term performance on the back of a recovering EU economy. 2017 has been marked by a lot of IPOs, 21 in total across Europe, and we expect this trend to continue going forward. When we look at the IPO pipeline for 2018, we see a lot of potential IPOs in different sectors, in different geographies. Germany, the UK and France remain the main players across Europe. Germany has even become recently the largest listed real estate sectors in Europe. But in parallel to that, we also see some large institutional investors looking more and more at some peripheral markets such as Spain and or Italy. What we also see is some particular sectors, such as logistics, industrials, growing massively thanks to the booming e-commerce, as well as the expansion of some niche sectors, such as hotel and lodging, student housing, healthcare sector. Here again, we expect this trend to continue as more and more investors become aware of the benefits of the sector.
And you mentioned peripheral markets. Are there any particular geographic regions where EPRA is focusing its investor outreach efforts right now?
On the investor outreach program, so we continue to meet with a lot of investors on a daily basis, both generalist and specialist investors, where we preach the benefits of the sector and provide them with all relevant data and research, allowing them to include the European listed real estate sector in their asset allocation. We are also pushing for the development of relationship with some local associations such as insurance companies associations, asset management associations, pension fund associations, in order for us to get access to their membership base. On top of that, as you know, EPRA has developed a very solid bridgehead in Asia over the last years. And it's also my pleasure to host our 10th Asia Week in 2 weeks' time, during which 5 of our members will meet with a substantial amount of investors in 5 different Asian cities, which are Singapore, Hong Kong, Beijing, Seoul, and Tokyo. What is interesting to notice with Asian investors is their increasing appetite for the listed real estate sector, Europe, the US overall, whereas several years ago they were only contemplating direct real estate investments. And of course, last but not least, the great partnership we have with Nareit means that we are very well represented in North America. And I'm particularly looking forward to a joint investor outreach trip in New York, Washington, and Ohio just after REITweek here. And it will be a pleasure at EPRA to welcome the colleagues from Nareit for meeting with also a huge number of investors in Europe just after the EPRA conference, which will take place in Berlin in September.
Great. Thank you so much, Dominique.
Thank you very much, Sarah, for your time. Thank you very much.
And for more from REITweek 2018, be sure to visit Nareit's website, reit.com.